PDAC Day 2, ladies and gentlemen. We are at the booth at Fry Patch Gold. You remember the emerging gold producer in Nevada. They are in production now, and yeah, the first gold was poured last year. And we want to get an update, of course, from Bill Howald, who is the CEO of the company. Bill, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. How are you doing?
Perfect, perfect. Thank you very much. So busy PDAC, it looks like.
It's
very
busy.
Came here to the booth. The booth was full, so the interest is there. Production. You started production, of course, and I would say, yeah, there were maybe a little bit of some hiccups, but it looks like you are coming over that. And now I want to talk about the current situation and maybe also if you have solved the problem.
Sure. Yeah. You know, we announced commercial production in December of Q4 last year. We'll be putting out our financial information here come the end of April. And you saw our production results for Q4 of last year. So what we've decided to do, now that we're an operating company, we'll come out with our production results at the end of each quarter, just like a standard industry practice is. And so our next update will be first weeks in April for Q1 of this year. And you know, right now we're on track moving forward.
Super. If it means, if you say you are on track, so how many ounces you produce now per month?
Yeah, as we can see, the leach pad is getting bigger, and you know, what we're seeing is between 150 to over 200 ounces a day being produced off the pad.
Well, that's not bad, I would say. So we are talking about 4,500, 6,000 ounces a month.
Yeah, we're getting to about 5,000, 5,500 a month right now. So we're ramping up to that 6,000.
Yeah, fantastic. So how is then the, let's say, financial situation of the company? Meaning, what are your AISC now? Yeah, what do you think you might achieve this year?
Yeah, it's a little bit early to start talking about all-in sustaining costs. You know, we are just came out of Q4 ramping up. We are seeing our costs drop. What I can tell you is that we're beating the PEA costs that we have put out. So we're seeing some nice cost reduction there. We're still optimizing the operation, and we'll see some additional cost savings as we have some of these short haul programs that we're implementing, you know, as far as mining costs coming down and whatnot. But what I can say with good confidence is we're beating those PEA costs.
Super, well, congratulations on that. That's fantastic. Yeah, if we stick a little bit with the cost, I mean, when do you declare commercial production then?
We declared commercial production in December.
Exactly, that was a commercial one. But but you said you are still in the optimization now. But this is also this is a normal progress, right?
It's just progress through the mine, right?
Yeah.
So as we continue to have some learning experience with the ore body, and we see some opportunities in the mine plan, we always are continuing to look at optimizing. You know, where we're going to dump. You know, right now we've come up with some short dump hauls, so that saves costs. Initially, in the original plan, everything was all the waste was to go to what we call the south waste facility. Well, now we're seeing areas where we can actually dump closer to where we're mining. So that's a real cost savings. And so you don't really see those kind of opportunities until you're actually in there doing the work, right?
Okay, super, great. So overall, if we take 2018 now, let's say as your really first commercial production year, then let's assume optimization goes further well. What do you think you might achieve? What is the guidance for this year?
Well,
for the production?
We won't put out any guidance until we get a couple of quarters under our belt.
Good.
So probably the second half of this year, we'll put out some guidance at the end of Q2. But right now, the board and myself, we want to get comfortable with some of the costs. We're still seeing some of those costs come down. We're seeing some new opportunities, not only in processing, but also in the mining side. So we want to work our way through those, make sure we get it right, and then we'll announce some guidance.
Super, perfect. So financial situation, we were still on that. What is the situation now, let's say, with debt, with cash in the bank and stuff like that?
Yeah, well, one of the things I like to say is, you know, our leach pad is getting bigger, it's making more gold, and our payments to the bank are getting smaller. So we'll have our largest payment to the bank this March, and then they start to decrease. And you know, overall, we'll pay about $15 million to the bank over 2018.
Okay, wow. So you're getting rid of most of the debt?
Yeah, well, we've paid 5, we'll pay another 15, and as you know, it's a $25 million credit facility, so it's basically gone at the end of 2018, early 2019.
Congratulations on that. Wow, great. looking at your other properties, Lincoln Hill, I always remember a little bit, it's also something you might put in production because it was not, let's say, it's not that large capex, right?
That's right.
What are the plans there?
Yeah, well, it's still the same. You know, we want to get Lincoln Hill and Wilco in. You know, we've got spare capacity at Florida Canyon. We want to get, you know, out of Florida Canyon, we want to get up to, you know, that, say, 100,000 ounce production. And then what we want to do is start bringing on Lincoln Hill and Wilco and fill the spare capacity that we have at the refinery. You know, the refinery can do between 180 and 200,000 ounces a year. So we'll fill it halfway with Florida Canyon production, and then the other half will be able to bring active carbon from the other sites. So the goal here is we'll get these next two payments out of the way with the bank, then we'll start our exploration in earnest again back at Florida Canyon and Lincoln Hill second half of the year.
Fantastic. So that means you have real organic growth.
Yes, yes.
Lovely.
We believe we can become North America's next mid-tier producer,
Super.
grow organically, and then, you know, the idea is to get bigger.
Great. And of course, when you grow organically, can you then finance this out of the future cash flow? Is that the plan?
That's the plan right now. I mean, as we see it, we have the ability, because of Florida Canyon, to reduce the capital requirements of both Lincoln Hill and Wilco.
Yeah.
So with that reduced capital requirement, we believe we'll be able to fund those operations out of cash flow.
Fantastic. Great. Bill, thank you very much for the update. It sounds really good for me. And yeah, I think it was very important for our viewers also to get the update. So everything is full on track?
Yep, we're looking good.
I love that.
All
Great.
right.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Bill.
you.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it was Bill Howald, the President and CEO of Rye Patch Gold. And you heard it. We are looking good. That's a great final statement from Bill here. And yeah, it looks like now really I would call it small problems in the production start, which has every gold mine, of course. They are now coming over. Also, they are paying almost all the debt back this year. And yeah, it looks like to me that easily 60 to 70,000 ounces this year might be possible. They will put out a guidance in summer. This is an estimate from my side, yeah. And so from that side, I would say Lincoln Hill, bring it in production. Organic growth is there. Hopefully can finance everything out of the cash flow. That's what we want to see. The next emerging mid-tier gold producer out of Nevada, Rye Patch Gold. Thank you very much. Bye-bye and check it out.